what we have talked about and what we did in 2022 and how we did in our picks. If anybody has any questions, feel free to post in the topics in the flock, and we'll answer your questions. All right, so let's move on to the next here. Just first want to make sure that we understand this webinar is for educational purpose only, and we're not a secure, we're not recommend any buy any security on any stock. So make sure that you do your own due diligence and get advice from the financial experts before we make any investment decisions. All right. So let's move on to this. All right. So this is what we talked about at the beginning of 2022. I did this presentation actually just like about this time a week before 2022. So we talk about the Fed policy. These on the left side right here as some of the potential negative things that might affect the market. And then on the right side here, possible positive elements that can affect the market. What did we talk about at the beginning of 2022? We talked about the Fed policy, right? Interest hikes. So, and it did. So beginning of March, the Powell started to increase rate, 25% basis points, and then the next one he did 50, and then after that he did 75, 75, 75, and then the last one he did was 50. So they did the Fed policy. It's increased when the interest rate is up. That affect the equity. The other, the opposite direction. And then, of course, we have inflation. Everybody was talking about how inflation was just temporary. So I put the question right here. What if the inflation is not temporary? Right? What if it's not temporary? Right? So what if it's not? What do we do? Right? So the next was the COVID variants. At that time, the COVID variants continued to affect the market for a little while. And then supply constraint is the big things. Yeah, inflation, the Fed policy, supply constraint, and then the midterm election, a little bit of effect on that. So we got all these factors that might affect the market in 2022. We're going to do the same in the next webinar. We're going to take a look at some of the, we're going to do a little bit of SWOT analysis on 2023 to see what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, what are opportunities, and what are the threats. So we're going to look at, we're going to do a little bit of a SWOT analysis for 2023, similar to this, but it's going to be a different factors then. All right. So we talk about this, and then at that time, we talk about the company that's sitting in $7 trillion in cash. They probably still sitting in cash. The pent-up demand at that time is still going. That's why I was able to carry the market throughout, up and down, but it's all the trend. The unemployment is, now the Fed tried to get the employment to go up. So now the good news, the bad news should become a good news, and the good news become a bad news for the stock market. So these has been some of the key factors that play in this, affecting the stock market in 2022. So we're going to look at these again in 2023, what can affect the market in 2023 in the next webinar. All right. So this is what we talk about for this, the fall one inside for the market crash, and we did have the market crash, high market multiples at that time. The S&P was sitting at the 30 multiple, now some less than 15. So it's about less than right now. What do we got? Yeah, it's less than 19. So we still a little way to go. So the Fed actions, so that affect the market. The yield curve has been inverted. So the 2 year yields is more than the 10 years yield. So that happened. And then the black swan, we're looking for unforeseen circumstances. And in February 24, Mr. Putin decided to attack, invaded Ukraine. That's the black swan, right? So we all these coming to causing the market crash right there. And the biggest one, anything that's happened right here, it's already, the fat is the key, and then the black swan, you know, and so this happened. Supply chains is one of these bottlenecks, and then it still plays as a sticky situation as we speak right now, right? So that is still in as an effect as of today. But we did went over this, and so everybody got a warning sign, okay? And everybody saw this one. You know things are coming. We talk about it. We warned you at the beginning of the year. It's all manifested. Okay? It's hard to be right about the bear market because you don't feel good about it. But what you do, yeah, be better to be prepared and try to be positive and get your account crushed. Okay. Somebody said that the realist buy from the pessimist and sell to the optimist. Okay, we want so pick your spot, but we give you the information, and it's came into manifested there in 2022. Next one, these are the picks that we have. In the first half, we picked this sector here, and you got this from us beginning of the year, and I did went into the single a single stack too. I will show you what we did there. Okay, so we did pick the first half. These are up and down. We did buy at the fall, and then price at the top. So if you these are the trade that you want to stay in these markets, that we did have this fluctuation in these stock, and the fan stock was up and down, so provide opportunity for us as the day traders. But in terms of the longer term, we did pick the first half here, and then I will go over quarter picks that we had. All right. So what we talk about to avoid some of these stock at the beginning of the year, we avoid a high multiple, bad balance, the one that the pretty bad balance sheet, right? Pandemic high flyers like Zoom and DocuSign and those guys, right? So and those guys now came down, dropped down more than 75% on all of them from the end of the year. So that's stuff so to help you to avoid some of the stock and get into some of these possible winners. So on the next webinar, we'll for members only, we will go over the 2023 SWOT analysis. What we'll be looking at might be factors that affect the market in 2023. Just like we did in 2022, we're going to do a SWOT analysis on that, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. All right, and then also we will issue a Q1 2023 stock picks for members only. And so, like I mentioned, we're not financial firm. So we give you ideas just like we did in 2022 and make sure you use those ideas, and if you're going to use them, then consult with your financial advisor or do your own due diligence before you make an investment on it. All right, so but that we're going to be giving out to our members as a member of October Trading. We'll give that to you for free, okay, as part of the membership. So just imagine if I sell these. I should sell these, should I? But people maybe take a little bit more serious. And when if I sell them, right? If you have skin in the game, you probably take it more seriously. But let's move on a bit. Okay, let's take a look at how we did in the first half. What we did for the first half of 2022 These are the picks that we have. So XL in energy sector, industrial, healthcare, and residential. And so we did energy here, XLE, gush, and so on. So these are the price in January 1st, and then this first half by the end of May 31st, these are the price. You can double check if you like. Okay, after the webinar, you can double check them if you like, and these are the return that we have in terms of the dollar, in terms of the percentage here. So on average, the winner is $184 total, or 295% total. All these winner loser here down here, the total loss is $64, and all average of all the total of about 60%. You take this minus subtract out of the winners and the loser. We have an average winner of we have a total winners of $120 combined, and 235% combined after the loser minus the winner minus the loser here, and on average of $15 per pick. This is 8 of them. So if you take this on average out, eight picks here, $15 per pick per name, and then about 29% return on average. So if you annualize this, this is the first half here. So you annualize this, so it's about 60% return there, right? About 58, 60% return annualized. Where can we get that, guy? How much the S&P 500 did last year, this year, 2022? How much the Dow did? Did they lose money or did they gain some money? I think it's a total maybe about $10 trillion off the market total, combined with the cryptocurrency. Disappeared in 2022, and our picks return about 29% just in the first half. Okay, and look at and then on the third quarter, in the third quarter we went in cash. I didn't have any pick for the third quarter. I said, no, we could have picked in June when the June low there. Just give me a second, please. All right, sorry about that. All right, so the average of the overall in the first half will be a return of 29%. Right? And then we went on cash in the third quarter. So take a look at this XLE, for example. Okay. It's right here, beginning of the year, and how we did in by May 31st, right at the top too. Right? Came back down. The third quarter just kind of in between, and then we went in again in the fourth quarter, beginning in October. Okay. So we go on the next one here. So third quarter we went cash, but I didn't issue any new picks. And fourth quarter, how we did in fourth quarter, so we picked different names. We have some of the repeat, some of them are new. So we went into 4 different sectors. We went into energy, healthcare, consumer defense, industrial, and these are the picks, and individual pick combined with the ETF on the fourth quarter, right? So, and we even give you first price target, second price target, and the year-end projection, and projected profit and loss, and projected return. And this is how we did on these. Okay, so All right, so this is how we did. So this is how we did on the XLE. We did 23%, right, and 50% and so on, and gas and IXC. And the total of the energy sector, we did about 135% total. In healthcare, total of 67%. Consumer defense, a total of 90%. Industrial, a total of 72%. And so these are the total on the bottom here. You can see a total of 600. If you take all of these equally and assign, let's say each of them, you put $1,000 in there, right? So we have a total of $670, $676, a total return of 407. This is the projected here. These are the projection, and this is the actual here. 550 in total on an average of $30 a piece, or 366 total on an average of 20% a piece. Okay, so 20% in the fourth quarter, 26%, 29% on the first half, first 2 quarters. Okay, so the total of the 3 quarters over 50%. All right, so right around the 50% there for the 3 quarters. All right. This and the nice thing about in the 4th quarter is we don't have any loser here. I did issue also some of these guys when it came down. I did call on to get into the buy again, the rebuy and the deep for those who want to get back in. But I did not factor into that. If you did some of these, I called the rebuy, the United Health, CI, Lilly, J&J. So EC7 and the LHX, also the rebuy to get in after the drop. And so after the drop right out there, where we at right here in November, after the drop, as they come back in and buy, we did buy again at either the October 3 or October 18 price. If you come back to these 2 prices, we get into again. And so when the United Health get back to the 515 in this area, call in to get in. Same thing with the Lilly, the CI and J&J. Okay, so we, but I didn't factor those in. If you factor those in, this number should be higher, but I didn't factor it in. Okay, so there we have that some of our pick there. And the nice thing about this is none of these are loser. They're all green there, either small or a little bit, a lot, or average of 20%. The first half we got some loser, but average out, we did about 29%. The 4th quarter, all of them are green. Some of them are actually hit the GN projection. The one that, let's see, look at the actual price, which one we hit the GN projection here. Let's take a look at. So some of the, yeah, these are the highlighter here, see? This one on the XLV, we hit the GN projection. 142, hit 141, dollar shy. On CI, 338 GN projection, we hit 340, $2 over. J&J, Johnson & Johnson, 180 GN projection, we hit 180 on the nose. And then the TWNK, GN projection of 28, we hit 29 on it. XLI, GN projection of 102, we hit 102. And then NOC, GN projection at 555, we hit 555 on the nose there. Let's see where NOC today. Yeah, we hit the 555 right there to the top, 557 actually, 556. So right at the end projection there. But we don't expect you to get there. I just calculate into the price to this when it hit second price target there. Okay, so see that? Not bad at the picks at all, right? Not bad. I don't know. You tell me if it's not bad, or is it, tell me what do you think? And then look at the dividend stock that we have. I issued it in September 27, and dividend stocks. Okay, this is actually a bonus for you folks. Taking a dividend stock for those. On the dividend stock, we just look to get in the stock and you know, stay in there and collect dividend. We don't even worry about the gains the capitalize of the value. But look at this. For example, let's say we talk about PXD. Okay, let's talk about PXD. This one right here. Okay, on September. Let's do this. Okay, September 27th, somewhere around here, right? Right here, you see the price right here, 205 when we issue it, right? When we issue it 205, I give you this the 2-year return here on the stock so that you kind of know how the stock perform. Besides, you know, given they pay you 7.5 dividend yield, right? So these are the dividend yields on the 7.5%. You sit in the stock, you collect 7% a year, right? So, you know, about inflation this year, even, you know, at least you don't lose money, right? 7% inflation, it's make 7% in dividend yield, you don't lose money, right? So, but you know, we get into the stock, we just get try to collect dividend. We don't even care about what the stock do. But however, look at it, 205 when we issued it, right? Back in September, right here, the end of September. And look at how the stock went up to 272. Let's say you trade a stock and you saw this and you want to sell it. Feel free to sell it, you know, right? You make a return here from 205 all the way to 272, come back down. Now today it's still above this price level. Look at it. Right now, the 225, right, 223 is still above 205 that we got in September. And look at Zone, XOI, ExxonMobil. Look at it. At the end of September right here, no, the price was what? $85, right? Today, 110, 110 bucks. So it's even not talking about the dividend. We don't need this to count to gain any value. We just collect dividend. But look at it right here. We got in 85. We call it at the right time. Come back here. Now today, if you want to sell today, you know, still a good return on your dividend. And take a look at the next one. Shield. Just go down and check it out. Okay. Right there, $48 right there, right? 48. Now it's at 56. Pretty nice return, right? Compared to the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. Look at NRIM. We issued it at $40. Look at it, $54 today. Not bad, right? Besides, you're getting, you know, 4% in yield, right? Let's look at the IRM. Take a look at the IRM. You know, $43 today, 49 bucks. Not bad. It did went to $55, right? So we caught it in here, right in this area. All right. Beside that, you get, you know, 5% yield, you know, and so on. Go down, so on. Check every one of them. Have a positive return. If you just pick the top 10 right here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Philip Morris, if you enjoyed it, it's Philip Morris. Now just pick the top 10 right here. Check it out. SO, Southern Company. Today, $71. We call it 70, so we don't need to gain any value. It's still right there, right? So, and then BLX. How much we are BLX? $87. No, $14. Today, 15 bucks. Not bad. Still there. PM, Philip Morris. $43. Now it's $100. Is that right? No. 87. Sorry. $87. Now 101. So not bad, right? So these are the picks that we have in 2022. So hopefully, cross our fingers, we try to do it again 2023 and see how we'll do. All right. So that's I want to go over with you what we done, what we talk about again in 2023. Next webinar for members, we will do the SWOT analysis on the 2023. Look at what we have, in play potentially. And then we'll go over some of the picks that we have in 2023 for our members.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Reach new levels of trading proficiency. Become a member at turbotrading.biz.